of outputs that you can get out of rectifier, right? So we have seen the output that you can get out of a half wave rectifier, provided if you have an ideal diode. अगर आप ideal diode use करते हो, this is the rectifier output that you'll be getting. And this was the output for a full wave rectifier है, ठीक है? And provided again यहाँ पर अगर आप ideal diode use करते हो तो दूसरा केस क्या था? This was ये जो black color में जो waveform draw किया था, this is also a output of a rectifier. Okay, to be specific, what is the extra term that I need to add here? If I'm having a practical diode in if I have a practical diode in the circuit, this is a output that I'll be getting. Nothing that I'll be getting a dead band over here, ठीक है? And अगर ideal case में देखा जाता है, the input and output overlap each other. But what is that we can notice over here is if this is the input, output का जो voltage होगा that will be less by 0.7 voltages, 0.7 volt. Okay, and similarly this was for your half wave rectifier. ये भी हमने discuss किया था. And I gave you a question. Question I gave you. That question was if the supply, if this rectifier is connected to a pure inductive load, nothing but this is a half wave rectifier circuit, nothing but you have a AC supply over here, and in series to that you have a diode. Okay. If I'm connecting a load over here, and what is this load? Load is nothing but the pure inductive load. And I told you that this is the output voltage waveform you can get. Though I have a diode over here, what is the output voltage I'll be getting? Output voltage waveform will be sinusoidal. Okay. And what was the reason? The reason was pure inductive load. Okay. And I gave you a hint. What is that hint? The hint was inductor doesn't allow sudden change of current. I gave you that hint, and I also gave you one more point that the inductor will charge in the positive half and inductor will discharge in the negative half. And I told you people कि आप इसको try करें एक बार कि whether you are able to get this waveform or not, and do let me know. तो आप लोगों ने try किया इसको? Anyone? Did anyone try? कि how you are getting the sinusoidal though you have a diode in between? Because what is the basic notion that we have is whenever you have a diode in the circuit, so this diode will be conducting only for the positive half and it will not conduct for the negative half. Okay? So contradiction to that, I gave you a result. This is the result that you can get on the output side, provided if you have an inductive load. The answer also I gave. It is only possible when you have a pure inductive load. Okay? And I told you just try to look for the solution. Explanation. How can you explain this? How can you justify this statement? Okay, nothing but how can you justify this waveform? I gave you a hint. What was that hint? Diode doesn't allow sudden change of current. Okay, apart from that, I gave you one more point that diode will be charging in the positive half and inductor will be charging in the positive half and inductor will be discharging in the negative half. किसी ने try किया? चलो okay, bye. कोई बात नहीं, ठीक है. If you didn't try, it's okay. Fine. So what is that we have seen? Bridge type rectifier dekha tha. We have seen the working of a bridge type rectifier. So what is the basic difference in terms of blocking the voltage? If a diode is in reverse bias condition for a center tap, you will be having the voltage across the diode will be 2 Vs. And if it is a bridge type, the difference that you can see here is the blocking voltage will be only Vs. It will be half of the voltage that you are blocking in your center tap configuration. So these are the equivalent circuits for the positive half. This will be the equivalent circuit D1 and D2 will be conducting. And again, this is the equivalent circuit in the negative half where D3 and D4 will be conducting. Okay. And we have also seen what are the waveforms that you'll be getting. This is the input waveform. This is the output voltage waveform, output current waveform, and input current. Input current was sinusoidal again here. Unlike your pulsating DC that we have bidirectional current, so unidirectional current that we have seen in half wave rectifier. Unlike that, we are having a sinusoidal current similar to as that of your center tap configuration. Okay, and this is nothing but the voltage across the diode. Okay, so this is for the positive half I have drawn. When I talk about the positive half, D3 and D4 will not be conducting. D3 and D4 will not be conducting. And whenever you are asked to draw the voltage across the diode, that means that diode should not be conducting. तभी उसके across आपको voltage मिलेगा. So when I'm drawing it in the positive half, that means कौन से diode का होगा ये? This will be for diode D3 and D4 because D3 and D4 will not be conducting in the positive half. So definitely these two diodes will be blocking the voltage. And what is the magnitude? The magnitude is Vm. Okay, because we have seen what is that we have Vd equivalent to minus Vs. मैंने explain किया था Vd equal to minus Vs. Nothing but voltage across the diode is equivalent to minus Vs. So positive half में ऊपर की side होगा. So when I'm multiplying that with a negative sign, it will be coming below your x-axis. Okay. So here you have that explanation also, Vd equivalent to minus Vs, and accordingly this is the waveform you will be getting. Okay, and यहाँ पे you will be getting a zero voltage because D3 and D4 will be conducting in the negative half, so there will not be any voltage for the diode D3 and D4. Okay, now coming to the D1 and D2. D1 and D2, for the positive half it will be a zero voltage line and it will be conducting in the negative half. So negative half में आपका जो waveform होता है that is below x-axis. So when I draw it for D1 and D2, it will be coming above x-axis it is, because it is Vd equivalent to minus Vs. Okay, so that's it. I gave you some questions previously and I asked you to go through that questions. So that's it. Any doubts इसमें? Okay, fine. ठीक है.
No, sir.
Fine. And as far as this question is concerned, try it by yourself. आप try करो. Try करने के बाद में अगर नहीं आता then ask me. Okay? Try it by yourself. Because the answer is very simple for this. Okay? Try it by yourself, and if you are not still getting the answer, try करने के बाद में, then ask me, then I'll explain. Okay? Fine. Well, what is that we'll be doing is we'll be deriving the expression of RMS value and average value for the waveforms. So what is the topic for today? It will be RMS, 1 second. It will be RMS and average values. RMS and average values. So this is the waveform you have. Fine. This is V0. This is 0. This is pi, and this is 2 pi. Okay. किसका वेवफॉर्म है ये जो मैंने ड्रॉ किया यहाँ पे? From where do you get this waveform? जो वेवफॉर्म मैंने ड्रॉ किया कहाँ देखा आपने वेवफॉर्म ये?
Half wave.
It is single phase half wave rectifier. किसका वेवफॉर्म है ये? It is single phase half wave rectifier. It is single phase half wave rectifier. Okay. So what is the average value of this waveform? Okay, let me give you one more parameter that is missing. That is peak value is Vm. Okay. So what is the average value that you will be getting here? Though we will be deriving, because these are terms that should be there in your fingertips. जैसे आपको waveform दिया, especially these waveforms, because this is something which is very basic. If a waveform is complicated, definitely we will be going for that particular expression to derive that average value and RMS value. But for these kind of waveforms, at least these results should be there on your fingertips. Okay. What about the average value of this particular waveform? And I remember I wrote किसी slide में मैंने लिखा था in your previous classes while discussing about your half wave rectifier. What is the average value? Anyone? Okay, fine. Let me write down. The average value is Vm by pi. Okay, and the RMS value. The RMS value is, anyone? What about the RMS value? Anyone? कोई बता सकते हैं? Okay.
So Vm by root 2.
No, it is Vm by 2. Okay, it is Vm by 2, and the average value is Vm by pi. So these are the two results जो हमेशा आपके दिमाग में होने चाहिए. Okay, you need not memorize this. You'll be habituated to this. ठीक है, जैसे जैसे आप कोर्स में पढ़ते जाओगे, you'll be using this results frequently, and you'll be habituated, and आपको दिमाग में हमेशा के लिए रह जाएगा. ठीक है, if I ask you, do you remember Ohm's law? Remember Ohm's law? No need to remember. Already दिमाग में बैठ गई वो चीज, right? If I ask you what is the expression of Ohm's law, you simply say that current is directly proportional to voltage, and if I apply the proportionality constant, it is V is equivalent to IR. ये आपके दिमाग में बैठ गया है. So similarly, even these two values, even these two results will be there. ठीक है? Provided if you are practicing few questions. Practice करते करते, we'll be using these two results frequently, and you will remember these results there. Okay. So this is fine. I have given you the result directly, but how to calculate an average value? How do you calculate an average value? Can anyone express बता सकते हैं कि how to get this result, average value? How to get this result? Okay, fine. Let me write down here. It is Okay, fine. Let me write down t here. And function is Vm sine omega t d omega t. Okay, this is the result. Okay, fine. So this is the expression जहाँ से हमें को ये value मिलेगा. From where we'll be getting this value, that is Vm by pi. Okay. So what is the time period of this particular waveform? What is the time period here? What is the time period of this waveform?
0 to pi. Pi.
Time period is pi. Sorry, time period is 0 to pi. Okay, fine. The time period of this particular waveform is this clear? So what is the time period here? Time period is 0 to pi. तो यहाँ पे मुझे क्या लिखना होगा? यहाँ पे जो t जो मैंने लिखा है, it should be replaced with what? It should be replaced with what?
Pi.
It should be replaced with pi. It should be replaced with pi. Very good. Okay. Well, this is not the time period. Well, this is not the time period. Waveform को आप ध्यान से देखें and बताएं कि what is the time period. What is the definition of a time period? The time taken to complete one cycle is nothing but the time period. Okay. So after that time period, the next cycle should start. After the time period, the next cycle should start. Okay. Just tell me one thing. So this is a periodic waveform. This is a periodic waveform, right? Fine. And what is the time period here? You said it is 0 to pi. So after the time period, what should happen? Again, the waveform should start. Again, the waveform should start. Is it starting? Is it starting after time pi? It is not starting. Nothing but what is the time period? आपका waveform कहाँ से कहाँ तक है? आपका जो एक cycle है, that is starting from 0 to 2 pi. And after 2 pi, again the cycle will start. Is that clear? So the time taken to complete one cycle is not pi over here, it is 2 pi. So this is a mistake few students make. Not everyone, few students. Okay. जब थोड़ा ध्यान देंगे, तो you will not commit this mistake. Okay. So that is the reason I didn't write the time period here. अगर देखा जाए तो यहाँ पे अगर ये जो होता है, this is also a time period. Even this is also a time period. Even I should not write this. I thought not of writing this 2 pi. I simply thought of writing it as t. And यहाँ पर भी actual expression क्या होता है? Average के लिए it is 1 by t integration of 0 to t and the signal whatever you have. Right? This is how you calculate the average value. This is how we calculate the average value of any function. Right? When ये भी t है आपका, this is t and यहाँ पर जो है that is also t. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. I'm just removing this part over here. Okay. And this is 0 to 2 pi. Okay, if you solve this, what is the result that you'll be getting? I'm not solving it. I want you to solve it. I want you to solve it because this is basic integration and आप solve कर लोगे. And what is the result that you'll be getting over here? What is the result that you'll get? Anyone? Okay, fine. यहाँ पे थोड़ा सा एक और मिस्टेक जो स्टूडेंट करेंगे मैं बता देता हूँ कौन सा मिस्टेक है. The mistake is time period is 1 by 2 pi. जब इंटीग्रेशन मैं करूंगा यहाँ पे I'll be dividing into two parts. कौन से parts में? One is 0 to pi and next one is pi to 2 pi. 0 to pi, what is the signal? It is Vm sin omega t. Yes. And from pi to 2 pi, it will be 0. Is that clear? So what is that we have? It is 0 to pi Vm sin omega t plus pi to 2 pi. And what is it? Signal क्या है वहाँ पे? Signal कुछ भी नहीं, it is simply a 0, right? So what will happen? This entire result will be equivalent to 0. ये जो part है इस result, this will be equivalent to 0. And if you are solving this, the final result that you'll be getting is Vm by pi. This is the average value. I should not derive this. इतना time नहीं लगना चाहिए. Simply आप देखते अगर बोल देते, I would add this part. That value is Vm by pi. And keep this in your mind always. ये आपका जो average value होता है, half your rectifier it is Vm by pi. This should be that in your mind always. Okay, what about RMS value now? What about the RMS value? Expression बता दो कोई. How to? Okay, just don't tell me the result.
Square.
हाँ
और
and
फिर
then
रूट
और फिर रूट ओके फाइन इसको आप अगर स्प्लिट करते हो तो दिस इज हाउ व्हाट वी डू whatever how do you get this RMS value is nothing but from क्या root mean square so what is that we do first we square that particular signal let me do one thing. First what is that we do is we square that particular signal ठीक है and after that what is that we do we calculate the mean of that entire square mean of that square function and finally we apply the square root and finally what is the result that we get is it is an RMS value root mean square okay so what is the signal function here आपका सिग्नल कौन सा है यहाँ पे इट इज अ साइनोसॉइडल फंक्शन राइट सिग्नल आपका यहाँ पे सिग्नल इज Vm sin omega t so what is the first step that you need to do you need to square that particular term so it is Vm square sin square omega t so this is what we do and after that mean मतलब इंटीग्रेशन का मतलब क्या होता है व्हाट डू मीन बाय इंटीग्रेशन इंटीग्रेशन इज नथिंग बट एडिंग राइट इंटीग्रेशन का मतलब क्या होता है ऐड करना ही हो तो नहीं I'm simply asking what do you mean by integration integration is nothing but adding right so इसको मैं integrate करूंगा कहां से कहां तक what is the time period it is from 0 to 2 pi I will integrate okay now if I am asked to calculate add तो मैंने कर दिया हर instant पे मैंने signal का instantaneous value को अगर add करूंगा this is the result that I'll be getting but what is that I want mean so it has to be divided by the total time that is 1 by 2 pi right so this is the mean square value right okay so इसके ऊपर क्या करना मुझे I need to simply apply my square root right so this is nothing but your root mean square right what is this is nothing but square part and if you're adding this it is nothing but the mean and finally you applied your square root so this is nothing but your root mean square value and what is the result you will be getting result क्या आएगा इसका if you solve this what is the result you will be getting
Vm by 2
again yes मैंने आपको रिजल्ट ऊपर लिख के बता दिया था कि what is the result it is Vm by 2 the result is Vm by 2 is this clear the result is Vm by 2 I'm going very slow because this is very basic because next time से मैं क्या करूँगा simply I won't be doing all this simply I'll be writing it as Vm by 2 and Vm by pi so even 1% of 1% भी आपके दिमाग में डाउट नहीं आना चाहिए कि why it is Vm by pi and why it is Vm by 2 ठीक है so this is the RMS value and average value okay fine so let me take a next waveform fine this is the next waveform I have here okay this is 0 pi 2 pi and so on okay what about the average value of this one किसी को याद है इसका एवरेज वैल्यू क्या है इसका एवरेज वैल्यू क्या हो सकता है बताओ what could be the average value of this waveform half wave का कितना था half wave का it was Vm by pi so anyone what could be the average value of this one
Sir, 2 Vm by pi.
that's it because यहाँ पे अगर देखोगे तो हाफ वेव फुल वेव में क्या हो रहा है फुल वेव में in between that one more signal is getting inserted over here right अगर ये जो हाफ वेव का अगर एवरेज वैल्यू Vm by pi था जब फुल वेव होगा it has to be 2 Vm by pi अगर सिंपल लॉजिक भी अगर आप यूज करते हो you should get the answer is V average will be equivalent to 2 Vm by pi and what about the RMS value what about the RMS value here
VM
हाँ नो
VM
RMS नहीं इसका RMS वैल्यू जो होता है किसी ने स्टार्टिंग
Sir,
में
Vm by 2.
यस इसका जो रिजल्ट है आपने स्टार्टिंग में बताया था दैट इज Vm by root 2 बिकॉज बेसिकली हमारे दिमाग में एक चीज आ जाती है जैसे इफ एनीवन आस्क्स यू व्हाट इज एन RMS वैल्यू वन थिंग पॉप्स अप क्या है इट इज Vm by root 2 राइट सो यहाँ पे इट इज Vm by root 2 ओके फाइन कीप दीज टू थिंग्स इन योर माइंड अगेन एंड दिस इज वेरी बेसिक राइट 2 Vm by pi and Vm by root 2 okay I'll derive this also but before that let me ask you a question the question is this is a sinusoidal function and peak value is Vm. Peak value is Vm. What about the RMS value of this particular sinusoidal waveform? इसका RMS value
Vm by root 2.
Vm by root 2 होगा, right? Is it Vm by root 2? Sinusoidal जो waveform है, इसका जो RMS value है, that is Vm by root 2, and it is same as that of this particular waveform. Nothing but ये जो waveform है, इसका RMS value and जो मेरा sinusoidal का जो RMS value है, same है. Is it so, or is there any difference? Is it
Yes, sir.
same? Yes,
Same,
answer
sir.
is yes. Yes, it is same. इतना सोचने की जरूरत नहीं है आपको. Yes, it is same. Because see here, अगर इसका आप RMS लगाते, because expression that we'll be using will be same. यहाँ पे जो expression हम use करेंगे, यहाँ पे जो expression हम use करेंगे same ही होगा. ठीक है? The reason why you are getting the same result is because few students ask me, sir, this waveform shape is completely different and this waveform shape is also completely different. Why are we getting the same values over here? Here also it is Vm by root 2, here also it is Vm by root 2. If you apply the logic, आपको समझ में आ जाएगा. What is that we do in RMS values? We square the function. ठीक है? And this is a completely a negative half over here. Positive को अगर square करोगे तो positive ही मिलेगा, right? This is a negative function, right? It is below x-axis, right? इसको अगर आप square करोगे तो what is that you'll be getting? You'll be getting the positive result, the same result that you are getting here. समझ में आ रहा है? यहाँ पे अगर इसको square करोगे negative half को, what is that you'll be getting? You'll be getting the same result that you are getting over here, जहाँ पे ये above x-axis है. Because of that squaring behavior, what is that you'll be getting? You'll be getting the same result over here. You'll be getting the same result. So हमेशा याद रखना, whenever you have a function, whenever you have such kind of function, though it is sinusoidal here, अगर sinusoidal नहीं भी होता, though if it was not sinusoidal, if it was a triangular waveform also, ठीक है? Only upper side, let me draw here. अगर सिर्फ आपके पास ऐसा ट्रायंगुलर वेवफॉर्म होता, ठीक है, और एक दूसरा ट्रायंगुलर वेवफॉर्म होता इस तरीके से, इन दोनों का भी आरएमएस वैल्यू क्या होता? दोनों का आरएमएस वैल्यू आपका सेम आता, यूजिंग द सेम लॉजिक दैट आई टोल्ड यू ओवर हियर. ठीक है, सो देयर शुड नॉट बी एनी कंफ्यूजन कि दो द वेवफॉर्म शेप्स आर डिफरेंट, व्हाई आर वी गेटिंग द सेम आरएमएस वैल्यूज? द रीजन इज द स्क्वेयरिंग बिहेवियर दैट वी हैव इन दिस आरएमएस वैल्यू. ओके, फाइन. So that was about that. Let me write down the expression also. Let me write down the expression and then we'll proceed further. Okay. Average का expression I'm not writing. Okay, fine. Let me write down. लिख देता हूँ. It will hardly take a minute. It is. What about the time period in this waveform? What are the time period in this waveform? What about the time period? That is key. That is the key. अगर time period आपने सही बता दिया, you will get the result properly.
0 to pi.
Yes, it is 0 to pi. It is 0 to pi. It is not 0 to 2 pi. Sorry. It is. This is the time period, right? Because after pi, what is happening? The cycle is repeating. So time period is pi. So it is 0 to pi. Vm sine omega t d omega t. So here, this is how you'll be getting the average value. And if I talk about the RMS value, the result, how you'll be getting the RMS value is 1 by. So what is the time period here again? Well, let me do one thing. Let me square the waveform. Vm square sine square omega t, right? It is 0 to pi. 1 by pi. So this is how you will be getting your result. Fine. So ये जो result लिखा है, you'll be getting the same result. So I'm not going for the calculation part, so you can do it by yourself. Fine. Is this clear? Fine.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. What about the form factor? What about? See, there are two results जो आपको इस class में याद रखना पड़ेगा. Let me write down those two results क्या है. Now, two parameters. One is form factor and second one is the voltage ripple factor. So these are the two results जो आपको याद रखना, because in most of the numericals will be, you might be asked to calculate these two parameters. One is the factor and one is the voltage ripple factor. So anyone, what is the form factor? What is the form factor? What is form factor?
So ratio of RMS and average value.
Right, fine. Because this is a result that we already know. Form factor होता क्या है सबको पता है, right? So let me pen down here. It is form factor is equivalent to RMS by average. What is this? Form factor is equivalent to RMS by average value. Okay. What about the value of form factor? Is it greater than 1 or equal to 1 or less than 1? See, whatever the parameter that you study, you should, that has got some significance. You should understand what is that parameter is trying to say, right? अगर आपने
Less
चीज
than
calculate की है, it is less than 1. Okay, I'll come to that thing later. Let me tell you one thing. You'll be studying many parameters. बहुत सारे parameters पढ़ोगे. It might be analog हो सकता है, it can be machine, it can be anything. किसी भी subject में you'll be different, studying about different parameters. ठीक है? It is not that the simply formula that you need to mug up and जैसे exam में आएगा you'll be solving a question on that. ठीक है? You should try to understand the actual significance of that particular parameter. Is that clear? What is that? You should understand actual significance of that particular parameter. So कोई बताइए कि what is the significance of this form factor? ये क्या आपको क्या information देता है ये form factor? Though it is a ratio of RMS to average, what is the information that you'll be getting out of this form factor? क्या information मिलेगा आपको? Anyone? What is the information that you get from this form factor result? See, I can simply write down this result RMS by average. Also calculate this form factor for half year rectifier, full year rectifier. This is the result. That's it, done. हो गया. Okay. But question is, what is the result? What is that you understand from this form factor? ठीक है, अगर आपको form factor मिला हुआ है, for suppose, okay, I'll come to that. बताइए कोई, anyone? Okay, I'm writing down this. आप इसको ध्यान से पढ़ लेना बाद में, ठीक है? It gives the information regarding shape of waveform. Is this clear? So just remember this, because many times in interviews and in some vivas they ask this question: what is that you understand from form factor? It is simply a ratio. Why do I need to calculate this form factor? Because it gives the information regarding the shape of waveform. It gives the information regarding the shape of waveform. Okay? I'll give you an example how it is giving the information regarding the shape of waveform. Okay? So whenever I write that form factor is equivalent to 1, whenever I write that form factor is equivalent to 1, what is the information that you'll be getting in this? What is the information that you can get from this result that I've written here? Form factor is equal to 1. इसका मतलब क्या है बताओ? आपको ये पढ़ते क्या दिमाग में क्या चीज आनी चाहिए? What is the first thing that should strike whenever I say that form factor is equivalent to 1? Anyone? What is the
RMS or average same है.
Okay, that is mathematical point of view. Form factor is equivalent to 1. Mathematically, that is absolutely fine. RMS is no doubt equivalent to average. But physical significance क्या है? Physical significance क्या है when form factor is equivalent to 1? Just tell me one thing. आप लोगों को समझ में तो आ रहा है ना जो पढ़ा रहा हूँ मैं?
RMS equals to average.
RMS equal बोल दिया स्टूडेंट ने कि RMS equivalent to average. Okay, just keep it aside. आप लोगों को समझ में तो आ रहा है ना? The thing that I am teaching.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Is it okay with
waveform
everyone?
constant होगा.
Waveform constant होगा. Very good. Someone किसी ने बताया आंसर कि waveform constant होगा. ठीक है? So whenever I say that form factor is equivalent to 1, so the result that should come into my mind is nothing but आपका जो signal होगा, signal is pure DC. Right? Signal is pure DC. I'm just giving you an example. एक example लिया because I wrote an एक statement लिखा मैंने. It gives the information regarding the shape of waveform. It gives the information regarding the shape of waveform. So I have just taken a standard result. What is that standard result? That form factor is equivalent to 1, and form factor जब equal to 1 होगा, signal is a pure DC. ठीक है? So now you may say, sir, yeah, is this only for this particular result? Because form factor 1 सिर्फ एक DC signal के लिए ही होगा. What about when the form factor is different? And form factor is different. ठीक है? अगर form factor value अलग है तो वहाँ पे क्या information हमको मिलेगा वहाँ पे? ठीक है? The information that you'll be getting is, I'll tell you. ठीक है? Okay, fine. Before that, एक बार बता दीजिए कि फॉर्म फैक्टर की वैल्यू इज इट ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1 और लेस देन इक्वल टू 1?
Greater than 1.
यहाँ पे तो 1 आ रहा है, राइट? लेट मी राइट डाउन दिस हियर. इज इट ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1 और लेस देन और इक्वल टू 1? इन दोनों में कौन सा रिजल्ट है फॉर्म फैक्टर का? क्या ग्रेटर देन इक्वल टू 1 होना चाहिए, लेस देन इक्वल टू 1 होना चाहिए?
Greater than equal to 1.
Greater than equal to.
Yes. Yes, the result is form factor should be always greater than and equivalent to 1. This is the second point जो आपके दिमाग में आना चाहिए. Whenever I say form factor, the first result that should come to your mind is RMS value by average value. And after that, the second point that should come to your mind is that form factor is always greater than or equivalent to 1. Okay, and when form factor is equivalent to 1, RMS value equivalent to average value, and the signal is pure DC. I'll show you this result also. It is not that simply I'm writing over here. I'll take off DC waveform, उसका RMS average calculate करेंगे, and then we'll see कि whether I'm getting this form factor equal to 1 or not. That also we will see. Okay, fine. इसके बाद हम बताएंगे कि अगर फॉर्म फैक्टर की दूसरी वैल्यू होते हैं तो व्हाट इज द इंफॉर्मेशन दैट वी गेट फ्रॉम दैट, व्हाट इज द इंफॉर्मेशन दैट वी गेट फ्रॉम दैट. ओके, नाउ आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन फॉर यू पीपल. Please try to give me an answer. It is Vm and it is minus Vm. And if I'm feeding this signal to a rectifier, कौन सा rectifier? A full wave rectifier. If I'm feeding this signal to a full wave rectifier, what is the output that I'll be getting on output side? आपका जो लोड साइड होगा वहां पे आउटपुट क्या मिलेगा मुझे? What is the result that I'll be? What is the output waveform that I'll be getting?
DC. Constant DC.
I'll be getting a constant DC. Yes, exactly. Positive half में तो आपको यही मिलेगा, and negative half में what happens? This will flip above x-axis. So result क्या होगा आपका? So result जो होगा आपका, you'll be getting a constant DC over here. What is this? This is nothing but a pure DC. This is called pure DC. And pure DC आपको तभी मिलेगा, कब मिलेगा? Whenever you are supplying आपका input side क्या होना चाहिए? If your input is a square waveform or a rectangular waveform, then only you will be getting a pure DC. And we have seen when I'm supplying a AC signal, what is that I'm getting? I'm getting a pulsating DC. I'm not getting a pure DC. Is this clear? So that was about the full wave rectifier. कि अगर मैं ये signal दूंगा तो मेरा जो output मिलेगा that is pure DC. Okay. Now for this waveform, for this output waveform, we'll calculate the form factor. What is that we'll be doing is, for this output waveform, ये जो output waveform है इसको हम क्या calculate करेंगे? Form factor. Form factor is nothing but RMS by average. We'll calculate this RMS by average and we'll see what is the form factor I'm getting. पहले बताओ इसका average value क्या है? What about the average value of this waveform? This pure DC waveform. Average value क्या उसका? What is the average value? Come on, what is the average value? इतना क्यों सोच रहे हो आप लोग? It is a pure DC, right? And what is the magnitude? Magnitude is constant throughout. Magnitude is constant throughout. Average value is Vm. Okay. And what about the RMS value? What about the RMS value? RMS value क्या आएगा इसका? What about the RMS value?
Vm.
RMS value भी Vm ही आएगा. At least result देख के तो बता दो. अगर दिमाग में नहीं भी आ रहा है कैसे कैलकुलेट करना है, रिजल्ट आपको पता है. For a pure DC, RMS is equivalent to average. At least उसको देख के तो बता सकते हो RMS value Vm आएगी. Now question is कैसे आएगा? ये तो बता दो at least. ठीक है. Many students will be having a doubt, sir, how to get this RMS value? ठीक है. I'm writing down that here. RMS is equivalent to. ठीक है. For this over here, this is a signal. Let me take down some time period. किसी एक time period के लिए मैं मान रहा हूँ, ठीक है? Time t and after that signal is repeating. I'm just assuming that, ठीक है? Okay. So what is this? 1 by t, 0 to t. Okay. Magnitude is Vm. It is Vm square. ठीक है? अगर इसको इंटीग्रेट करूँगा तो क्या मिलेगा मुझे? If I integrate this, the result that I'll be getting is Vm. Is this clear? Similarly, if you calculate average also, you'll be getting the same value. So if I calculate the form factor, what is the result that I'll be getting? Form factor is equivalent to 1. समझ में आया ये या नहीं आया? Is this okay? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Fine, okay. अच्छा, एक को बताओ, व्हाट अबाउट द रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन आरएमएस एंड एवरेज? कौन सा वैल्यू ज्यादा होता है? आरएमएस ज्यादा होता है, एवरेज ज्यादा होता है? Which one is greater, RMS or average?
Sir, RMS.
Definitely RMS value is greater. RMS values, we'll see that also. दिमाग में एक चीज हमेशा रखो that RMS value is always greater than or equivalent to average value. ठीक है, RMS value is always greater than or equivalent to average value. ठीक है, RMS value cannot be, if you are getting a result as form factor as less than 1, मतलब आपने कहीं गड़बड़ किया है, मतलब you have done somewhere, कुछ ना कुछ मिस्टेक किया है जिसकी वजह से रिजल्ट आपका आ रहा है. So these are the few things that RMS value should be always greater than or equal to average value. Okay. So what about the form factor? Form factor will be always greater than or equivalent to 1. This is fine. What if form factor is some 1.3 या 1.4? इसका मतलब क्या है? आपके पास एक सिग्नल है, this is signal 1, this is सिग्नल 1. ओके, कंपैरेटिव स्टडी करोगे आपको समझ में आएगा. एक सिग्नल 1 है जिसका फॉर्म फैक्टर है 1.4 एंड दूसरा एक सिग्नल है जिसका फॉर्म फैक्टर है सिग्नल 2 एंड हुज फॉर्म फैक्टर इज सम 1.1. एक का फॉर्म फैक्टर 1.4 है, एक का फॉर्म फैक्टर 1.1 है. सो आप व्हाट इज दैट यू कैन कमेंट बाय जस्ट इस डेटा को देख के आप क्या कमेंट कर सकते हो? Form factor is 1.4 and form factor is 1.1. What is that you can comment on this, about these two signals? Hello? Hello?
Sir, signal 1 की RMS ज्यादा है.
That is mathematically that is fine. मुझे उसके बारे में नहीं चाहिए. ऐसे कैसे बोल सकते हो? दोनों अलग अलग सिग्नल है. ठीक है, उस तरीके से मुझे कंपैरिजन नहीं चाहिए कि सिग्नल 1 का आरएमएस ज्यादा है, सिग्नल 1 का आरएमएस कम है, ऐसा नहीं चाहिए मुझे. आई नीड द टर्म एक्सप्लेनेशन इन टर्म्स ऑफ डीसी के टर्म्स में बताइए आप. आई एम गिविंग अ हिंट आल्सो बिकॉज whenever you talk about the rectifier, what is that I expect the result to be close to my pure DC. The result should be close to my pure DC, and when it is pure DC the form factor is equivalent to 1. So I need the result, I need the explanation in terms of pure DC. प्योर डीसी के टर्म्स में आप कैसे कंपेयर कर सकते हो इसको?
सर सिग्नल 2 1 के मुकाबले ज्यादा प्योर है.
ओके, फाइन, वेरी गुड. सो द रिजल्ट दैट यू कैन गेट इज द smoothness of signal 2. Signal 2 is better than signal 1. The smoothness of signal 2 is better than signal 1. So the point that you should keep in your mind is, as the form factor reduces and approaches unity, ध्यान से सुनो इसको, as the form factor reduces and approaches unity, then smoothness of waveform improves towards DC. समझ में आ रहा है? For a pure DC, form factor is equivalent to 1. Okay, I'll write down this point also here. I'll take that point because as form factor reduces and approaches क्या? Unity. Approaches unity, then smoothness of waveform improves towards DC. ये स्टेटमेंट समझ में आया आप लोगों को जो मैंने लिखा है यहाँ पे? Is this clear? The statement that I've written, जो भी मैंने explanation दिया था अभी उसको, I just concluded that in a simple sentence that I've given you, that as a form factor reduces and approaches unity, then smoothness of waveform improves towards DC. इज दैट क्लियर? जैसे आपने यहाँ पे कंपैरेटिव स्टडी कर लिया कि दैट कि दिस सिग्नल 2 इज this signal 2 has a better smoothness when compared to my signal 1. When I say smoothness, nothing but closeness to my DC. When I say smoothness of few students may say that, few students may say, sir, my sinusoidal is also smooth. What is the problem with this? So my sinusoidal also smooth. Okay? So that is not what I mean by smoothness here. Smoothness I mean here is it is closer to my DC. Is that clear? So what do I mean by smoothness here? Smoothness is nothing but the waveform shape is almost closer to my DC waveform. Is this clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes, fine. ठीक है. So that was about your form factor. So whenever I say form factor, फटाफट जो आपके दिमाग में रिजल्ट्स आने चाहिए, और क्या क्या रिजल्ट्स आने चाहिए? फर्स्ट थिंग इज form factor expression. What is the expression of form factor? It is RMS by average. Okay. And what is the next result that you should get is it is always greater than or equivalent to 1. What is the next result? It is equivalent to 1. Signal is pure DC. Sorry. 1 second. Oof, 1 second, guys. When it is equivalent to 1, it is nothing but it is pure DC. And what is the fourth point? Fourth point is the point that I've written here. What is that? As the form factor reduces and approaches unity, and smoothness of waveform improves towards the DC waveform. Is this clear? So this was the information regarding your form factor. ये चीज़ें आपको दिमाग में रखना है about form factor. ठीक है? Because in the exam, only thing that you will be asked is you will be asked to calculate the form factor calculate करने के लिए पूछा जाएगा. This is the extra information that you get. ठीक है? Okay. And what is the information? We get information regarding the shape of waveform. Form factor क्या है? It gives the information regarding the shape of waveform. एक अंदाजा लगाते हैं हम shape के बारे में. What is the shape of that? What is the waveform? That is about your form factor. Okay. Now coming to your one more important parameter, that is voltage ripple factor. Voltage ripple factor. Anyone? What is the expression of this voltage ripple factor? What is the expression of this voltage ripple factor? Anyone? Hello? Voltage ripple factor का एक्सप्रेशन किसी को पता है?
नो सर.
ओके फाइन. रिजल्ट कोई बात नहीं पता है तो ठीक है. Let me write down that result here. Voltage ripple factor. There's a derivation for this voltage ripple factor, but what I feel is that is not required. There are a lot of mathematical thing that is involved, right? That is not required. Maybe if you want, I'll say to it. अगर देखो इसको, अगर आपको लगता है कि नहीं sir, we want the derivation for this voltage ripple factor, definitely I'll run it also. That is not a big issue. But what I feel is that is unnecessary, mate. What I feel that is unnecessary. Okay. So what is the expression of voltage ripple factor is? You might have studied this, but maybe unable to recall this. Okay. So this is the expression of a voltage ripple factor. पढ़ा होगा आप लोगों ने expression, that is under root form factor square minus 1. पढ़ा है आप लोगों ने ये? चलो. If not, this is the expression for your voltage ripple factor. Okay. 1 second. Okay. For a pure DC, what is the value of voltage ripple factor? Hello. Hello. For a pure DC, what is the expression of what is the value of voltage ripple factor? The form factor. What is the value of form factor for a pure DC? For a form factor, form factor for a pure DC is equivalent to 1, right? So this is for DC, pure DC. Okay. So when I calculate the voltage ripple factor, for a for a pure DC waveform, what is that I get is 1 minus 1, that is 0. Okay. So जैसे हमने significance देखा था किसका, कि voltage ripple factor form factor had some significance. Form factor had some significance. उसी तरीके से ये जो आपका voltage ripple factor है, it should also have some significance, right? So when I calculate the voltage ripple factor, what is that? I will understand. What is that? This parameter क्या समझाएगा आपको parameter? ये जो parameter का result होगा, what is that? You will understand from this result. Voltage ripple factor भी आपने calculate किया pure DC के लिए, and the result that you get is 0. So according to you, what is the information that you get here? आपके हिसाब से क्या information मिलता है voltage ripple factor में? Okay, fine. I'll give you a, before that, I'll give you a hint. Okay, so this is the waveform we have. This is the waveform we have. And if I talk about this waveform has both a DC component as well as the AC component. ये जो waveform draw किया है मैंने, it is not pure DC. It is not pure DC. It has got some DC component as well as the AC component. Is this okay? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Okay, fine. आपने Fourier series पढ़ा होगा. I'll give you an expression. आपको शायद थोड़ा बहुत idea आ जाए इसमें कि few people may say that कि how come this AC component कहाँ से आ गया? So this is what we have done in a rectifier. After rectifying, we are getting this output. So now you are saying that this has got some DC component as well as the AC component. How come this AC component? So yes, it is not. जब तक आपका pure signal pure DC नहीं होगा, definitely you'll be having some AC component in that. You'll be having some AC component in that. Okay, fine. So the reason why we study Fourier series is for harmonic analysis. देखो हर एक topic जो हम पढ़ते हैं mathematics में, it has got some application in your electrical engineering. It is not that randomly you are studying anything. Whatever that you are studying in mathematics is everything you have an application in electrical engineering. Okay? If I talk about Fourier has its application in harmonic analysis. Okay? At this point of time, it is bit not required harmonic analysis and all, but still I'll try to give some I'll try to give a glimpse of that harmonics and all. Okay? So Fourier किस लिए पढ़ते हैं? Harmonic analysis के लिए पढ़ते हैं. Matrices you might have studied, right? Matrices जब हम पढ़ते हैं power system, we have got lot of applications in power system. Matrices, right? You're using your matrices. Differential equations you study. Definitely you'll be using your AC analysis. You use your differential equations. Laplace you study. Again, that has got an application. Okay, so you name any topic, so it has got an application. हर एक चीज का एक application होता है. उसी तरीके से जब हम Fourier पढ़ते हैं, so what is that a Fourier does? जब भी हम एक signal देते हैं Fourier को, that will split into DC as well as some AC components. ये तो याद है at least. एक signal को अगर मैं Fourier पे दूंगा, what is that it will give? It will give a DC component, DC offset मिलेगा. Apart from that, you will be getting some AC components. Do you remember that? Hello. Fine, कोई बात नहीं. Let me write down an expression. You might be familiar with this expression. See this expression. इसको आप देखिए. Okay, fine. So this is the expression you might have seen. Definitely आपने पढ़ा होगा ये. This is nothing but you get it from a Fourier. ठीक है? ये अगर इस signal को अगर मैं दूंगा, तो what is that will happen is you will be getting a DC component as well as some AC component. ठीक है? So you can see over here. यहाँ आप देख सकते हो. What is this? This entire thing is nothing but the AC component that I have. It is nothing but the AC component. Definitely you have a sinusoidal function. यहाँ पे आप देखोगे it is a cosine function and here it is a sine function. Nothing but you have a AC component in the signal. Apart from that, what is this? A0. A0 is nothing but the DC component. What is this A0? A0 is nothing but the DC component. Is this clear? So in this signal, अगर इस signal की बात करो, you'll be having a DC component as well as the AC component. ठीक है? But ideally, what is that I expect? What is that I expect from a pure rectifier? Rectifier के बाद में what is that I expect? Ideally, what is that I expect is I expect my result to be pure DC. Result क्या चाहिए मुझे? Pure DC चाहिए. But what is that I have? I have the DC component along with my AC component, where this AC component is something which is unwanted to me. Which is something but unwanted. This AC component is called as unwanted to me. Okay, and ये जो component है जो मुझे required नहीं है, इसको मैं और क्या नाम दे सकता हूँ? The name that I can give to this unwanted component is harmonics. Is that clear? The name that I can give to this is harmonics. This unwanted component I can call this as harmonic. broadly बता रहा हूँ मैं आपको ये broadly how is that you can classify is AC whatever the component that is not required is nothing but I can call that as an harmonic because inverters में जो हम पढ़ते हैं fundamental of AC is my wanted and उसके बाद में जो harmonics होंगे second third fourth fifth that will be harmonic ठीक है so I'm not confusing you बस दिमाग में ये रखो this is the waveform I have the AC component as well as the DC component and this AC component is the unwanted component and hence I can call this unwanted component as a harmonics. These 2-3 points in your mind. ठीक है whatever that is unwanted I can call that as harmonic. Broadly I'm telling you. ठीक है broadly ऐसा नहीं कि हर जगह AC आपका unwanted है हर जगह आपका AC unwanted है ऐसा नहीं है because if I talk about inverter में you will be giving a DC and you will be getting an AC. AC में भी you will be having a fundamental and harmonics and all ठीक है we'll see that later in your orthotronics but अभी के लिए you'll be having एक signal में you'll be having a DC the AC component okay so now we can define this form factor को एक मैं statement लिख देता हूँ यहाँ पे I'm writing the statement is the output voltage contains both AC and DC component. Is this okay? ये जो statement मैंने लिखा है unless and until it is pure DC जब तक pure DC नहीं मिलेगा तब तक I'll be having a AC component as well as the DC component. Is this fine? Okay. So now this is important. The voltage ripple factor measures the percentage of क्या मेजर करता है percentage of AC component in the rectifier output. This is important. This line is important. क्या? The voltage ripple factor measures the percentage of AC component in the rectifier output. Nothing but the rectified output. It should not be rectifier output. It should be rectified output. 1 second. Is this clear? Voltage ripple factor measures the percentage of AC component in the rectified output. यहाँ पे आप देखिए, we had a result for a pure DC. What is that result? This is 0. What does this 0 mean now? इस 0 का significance बता सकते हो अभी आप? इस 0 का मतलब बता सकते हो आप लोग? Anyone?
So it means 0% AC component.
Yes, exactly. What does this mean? This means the 0% of AC component in the rectified output. इस 0 का मतलब क्या है? 0% of AC component in the rectified output. Okay. So one thing, अगर हम form factor calculate करेंगे, definitely we'll be getting a finite value. अगर बाकी जो भी waveforms है, if I talk about the other waveforms, okay, we'll start from this only. If I talk about this waveform, I'll be getting an average. I have a RMS value, average value. Definitely, अगर RMS को मैं average से divide करूँगा, I'll be getting a value which is greater than 1. ठीक है? That minus 1, you'll be getting some finite result, and under root, you'll be getting some results. ठीक है? अगर आपको जो भी यहाँ पे value मिलता है, what does that mean? For suppose if you get some 50% या जो भी 43%, depending upon the signal. यहाँ पे if you calculate, you'll be getting some standard results. If you calculate the same result for half wave and full wave, you'll be getting some standard results. We'll see that. But अगर किसी भी waveform को pick करके अगर आप voltage ripple factor calculate करते हो, for suppose if you get the result as voltage ripple factor is equivalent to some 50%. Voltage ripple factor is equivalent to some 50%. What does that mean? That means आपको जो output waveform है that has got 50% of the AC component in the rectified output. Is that clear? So that is the significance of this particular parameter. It is not that simply we are calculating voltage ripple factor under root form factor square minus 1. We will be having some result. You'll be able to analyze that result also. Or simply I would have said form factor is equal to under root form factor square minus 1. That's it. Right? I'll be giving you a waveform and asking you to calculate form factor, and from there you'll be calculating a voltage ripple factor. But you will not be having the actual idea to what is that I'm calculating. What is that I'm calculating? So what is that I'm actually calculating is the percentage of AC component that is present in the rectified output. Is that clear? So that is the significance of your voltage ripple factor. Though these two terms are very basic, so I could have simply finished this topic within 5 minutes, simply giving you the expression what is voltage ripple factor and what is your form factor. I have just gave you this entire explanation so that you understand the significance of these two parameters. Is this clear? Definitely, because it is not that this is not the end. कि rectifier हम सिर्फ यहीं पे पढ़ेंगे. You will be studying about your three-phase rectifiers in your power electronics. वहाँ पर भी will be using these parameters, that is form factor and ripple factor. Few more extra parameters will be added, displacement factor and all these things. ठीक है? So that is not required here. So that is the significance. Any doubts? इस topic में बताइए अभी तक. I know this was very basic, but I have taken time so that you will understand. Hello.
Sir.
Is this okay with you? Doubt है कुछ? Please do respond, anyone. Okay.
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay, fine, ठीक है. Only one student. चलो कोई बात नहीं. अरे काम करना. You just try to calculate the form factor and ripple factor for the half wave and full wave. You already have the average value and RMS values. Just try to calculate form factor and ripple factor and see to it what is the result that you're getting. What is the conclusion that you can get out of that? Because one time you'll be getting voltage ripple factor is 121. That means 121%. Okay? So just try to analyze these two results, these kind of results that you'll be getting. Okay? So just try to get those results. Okay? Thank you. Let me take the attendance. Okay, fine. We have the full house, 51 students. See, at least people can respond. Yes, sir, no, sir, will go, sir. And I feel like simply I'm teaching to minds. मैं खुद को पढ़ा ऐसा लगता है कभी-कभी मुझे.